Tiramisu is officially the best dessert in the world. And if you have a problem with that statement, you should take it up with yahoo.com/lifestyle. But really, tiramisu is my favorite dessert, I think. But the problem is that there are a lot of conflicting opinions on how to make it right. So today I decided to try 5 methods that I found on the internet. And I got my tiramisu expert friend to taste them and rate them.
Hello.
Hello, Amina.
Hello.
She's not a tiramisu expert, she's just Italian. So hopefully we can find the very subjective, objectively best tiramisu recipe on the internet. Tiramisu number 1. The first one I'm gonna try is a recipe by Patrick Zenali. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, Patrick. The world's easiest tiramisu.
Today we're making the world's easiest tiramisu and it only takes 5 ingredients.
So he says it only takes 5 ingredients, so I think we should try it.
First, we want to take about 2 cups of heavy cream.
2 cups of heavy cream. We whip it until we get soft peaks. Then we want to mix in
1 cup of sugar and 16 ounces of cream cheese.
And cream cheese, I'm a little bit concerned here, I'm not gonna lie. Cream cheese, we're not making cheesecake. Traditionally, tiramisu uses a cheese called mascarpone. I would argue that is what makes tiramisu tiramisu. But you know what, I won't knock it until I try it. Maybe it's good. The other really important part is the coffee-soaked lady fingers. So I went the classic route. I ground my own coffee with the hand grinder. I used the mocha pot.
Coffee time.
Just made a bunch of coffee. This is not even enough coffee to keep me awake, right? The other problem is that Patrick seems to just drop a bunch of ladyfingers in the coffee, and I think that's just a recipe for disaster because some of them are gonna soak up too much coffee, some of them are not gonna soak up enough. I don't see why you would do that, but I don't know. I don't make that many views. Also, what he doesn't mention is refrigerating the tiramisu for an extended period of time in the fridge. Refrigerate it. I keep doing that. I will just assume he did. I will do that. I will give him the benefit of the doubt because there's only so much information you can cram into a very dynamic short form video. You just can't look away. His tone of voice is so animated.
And there you have it, the world's easiest tiramisu.
And there you have it.
It's all about retention. Shit. I should probably cut. I should probably pick up the pace of this video. Otherwise, Mr. Beast is gonna come haunt me tonight. What do you think about the looks of this?
Okay.
It kind of looks like a tiramisu.
It looks nice. I think tiramisu always kind of looks nice.
Yeah, it's hard to fuck up the looks of it.
It really is hard to fuck up. I think in general it's always really hard to fuck up.
First, we want to take about 2 cups of heavy cream. And start whipping it until we get soft. And 16 ounces of cream cheese.
Cream cheese, like
Cream
just
cheese is crazy.
like he
Cream
says.
cheese is crazy.
He says 5 ingredient tiramisu, but it also already kind of has 5 ingredients.
Yeah.
I know in your opinion, tiramisu doesn't contain cream.
No.
Yeah.
It's a big thing. Every family does it a bit differently. But cream cheese, cream cheese is never. It's never part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Whipped cream is like a big thing, or
That's
like
a big
heavy
no-no.
cream. Yeah.
Let's try this, because maybe
Okay.
who knows?
You know.
That looks like a tiramisu.
It
like,
looks.
That looks legit.
It looks fine.
How do you say cheers in Italian?
Salute.
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 Salute. Oh, this is like a cheesecake, tiramisu cheesecake.
And the thing is, the first few seconds you don't taste it,
Yeah. Then the sourness hits you.
and then it's nice. There's a thing about mascarpone that is like so typical
Yeah.
of mascarpone, and like it's also a new cheese. Did you know?
Really?
Fun fact about tiramisu.
You're full of fun facts.
So it was like invented, I think, like 50 years ago, or like in the 50s or whatever.
Really? Using my power of deduction, the tiramisu is even younger than that.
Yes.
We're gonna rate these from 1 to 10.
On a general like scale or like
Tiramisu scale.
Okay.
Tiramisu scale.
If they're trying to sell me a tiramisu for like €9,
Yeah, no. Big no.
be for real. 4.
4. That's kind of generous.
It's generous, but I would say the texture is pleasant.
Yeah.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
gives it some brownie points.
I agree with that. I feel like maybe even lower. I don't know.
Yeah, 3.5.
3.5.
3.5.
3.5.
I think it's 3.5.
Patrick, just use mascarpone instead of cream cheese. And
Yeah.
then it's just as easy and it's way better.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Number 2.
For this second one, we're getting what I assume to be a big upgrade. We're doing a recipe by Claire Sappitz.
Hi everyone, I'm Claire Sappitz. Welcome to my home kitchen.
I really like Claire. I would say I get most of my dessert recipes from that channel. So let's see if she makes a good tiramisu. The first thing she does differently is include egg yolks. She whips them with sugar and vanilla extract and some marsala, which is a really flavorful sweet wine. She puts that whole egg yolk mixture on a double boiler. Just puts the bowl on top of some steaming water to gently heat that up and melt the sugar while whipping the egg yolk. And that's just going to create this wonderful, like, velvety...
Jesus Christ. This is one of the best textures.
Look at that. I kind of want to bathe in it. Even though tiramisu is kind of hard to screw up, my dumb ass managed to screw it up twice. The last one you're gonna see later. But for this one, because I mixed the very warm egg yolk thing with the very cold mascarpone cream mixture, it just kind of became liquidy, and I was like, oh, maybe it's not whipped enough. Maybe that's the issue. So I whipped it even more, and at that point it just became tiramisu water.
Holy shit. Oh!
Yeah, I was a little upset by that, to be honest with you, but I just redid it. And I didn't do the same mistake again.
Both of these things are cold and kind of like viscous.
I layered it nicely with the lady fingers, covered it with chocolate, that's what Claire does, rested it in the fridge for a day.
Claire Sappitz, your tiramisu almost gave me a mental breakdown. I'm proud of it. Thank you.
Whenever I try something from her, it just usually works out. She does this interesting technique where she beats the eggs and the sugar on top of a double boiler. She calls it a zab something.
This is zabaione, and this is unto itself a dessert.
Zabaglione.
Okay, zabaglione.
Zabaglione. For me, it's very much like a thing that my brother would make. He would like eat it in front of the TV. Not even like marsala, because many times for like these kind of eggy things, you would put a little bit of marsala, you know, for the salmonella.
Yeah, I was, that?
Yeah,
for
because
that?
alcohol kills salmonella.
Oh.
But I think eggs are quite okay in Europe.
Yeah, they're fine. We're not in the US where like shit is poisoned and like fascism is on the rise. So Claire, I like Claire. I feel like look at some of these comments. I too have never been a fan of tiramisu, but honestly I've never been let down by one of Claire's recipes. I low-key don't get people who write comments like this. Like, it's very nice.
Yeah.
But I would never go out of my way to write a comment.
I have never commented anything ever in my life.
Who
just
comments?
because...
Cheers.
Cheers.
Now we're getting into tiramisu territory. You got that lightness. What do you think? You seem a little disappointed.
No, I actually really love this. But it's not... the cream always makes it a bit like heavier.
Yeah.
But I still like it because it still has like this quite fresh touch.
No, I agree.
I love this.
Yeah.
I really like this.
Yeah.
Smash.
Okay. Yeah, I'm also smashing this.
Yeah. 8.5.
I was gonna say 8, but if you feel
8.5.
Yeah, because I love that zambimbuloni. What is it called?
Zabaglione.
Claire, thank you for your tiramisu. Great. Let's move on.
Tiramisu number 3. This one is kind of a viral trend. I've seen these videos where it kind of looks like a tourist trappy place where a very nicely dressed gentleman comes in and does the tiramisu right next to you. And I see a couple issues with this. First of all, that looks way too liquidy. Oh, maybe I could have used that tiramisu water from earlier for this.
I fucking hate...
And secondly, like, tiramisu needs to rest, as I said, like for at least 8 hours in the fridge, so everything gets to mingle and like know each other, all the ingredients. I don't know, but let's try.
Buongiorno. La tiramisu de
Grazie.
tutti.
Grazie.
1, 2, 3. Coffee.
Amazing.
You don't even know what's coming. Buongiorno, bambino. Okay. My personal opinion, this feels a little bit like a gimmick.
This is very in. This is very trendy. Like I there was a year that I went back home for the summer and then every other place was doing this.
Really?
Yeah.
This kind of gives me the same vibes of those like steak places where they melt the cheese on top and with the gold shit.
Yeah.
Like it kind of has the same energy.
Like the Salt Bay.
Oh yeah.
Viral. We don't talk about that.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of crazy that it goes through like all of his like forearm hair and it's like a filter and then goes onto the steak. Do you think he just shaves like one like
he shaves
like
a little trail,
like a ski trail,
ski slope,
and then the salt.
Oh, I should have done this with the cream. It's like
that's so disgusting.
You know where it is?
I think it's in Venice. No fact checking.
No fact checking
but
today.
fact, it's in Venice. There was during COVID, everyone was bored. There was a fight between Veneto and Friuli, my region.
Right.
Of who invented tiramisu. We won.
Yeah.
In Veneto they gave the name. But in Friuli, they found the first orders for like the big batch mascarpone
And it was made
cheese.
by you, right?
My great, no fact check.
So officially, you're saying officially on record that your great grandmother invented tiramisu.
I'm not saying that.
I think we can put that on the record.
Yeah, you can't fact check that. So.
All right, let's see. It's not bad.
No.
I don't like this also conceptually, because I feel like it's for show, it's for...
It is for show, but I do love a little show. If I'm feeling bougie, I will give it a 7. If I'm feeling like I want to feel cozy, this is a 5.5. If I, like, depends on which mood I'm in.
Yeah, I don't know, I don't fuck with this.
Now, this next one is a little bit interesting because this is a lemon tiramisu. But this one somehow doesn't feel that gimmicky. It feels more authentic because it comes from this man, Mr. Gennaro Contaldo.
I'm going to show you how to make this fantastic lemon tiramisu.
He just brings me joy, the way he talks and carries himself. So Gennaro starts by separating the whites and the yolks. In the yolks, he mixes in the sugar until it's nice and creamy. He adds in limoncello, which is this sweet, lemony liqueurs. And then some lemon zest. Just mix that in. And then he adds in the mascarpone straight in. Now I noticed that the Italian recipes use whipped egg white as opposed to whipped cream, which gives it this fluffy, kind of cloudy nature, if you will. So I did that and mixed it in just like him, folded it in with a whisk.
You see the way I'm folding?
He then soaks the lady fingers in a lemon syrup, and there's not even coffee in this recipe. I made this lemon syrup by mixing in lemon, zest and juice, sugar and water. Just waited until it cooled down and then soaked my lady fingers in it.
Soak my lady fingers in it.
And just take a look at how this man layers this tiramisu. It's chaotic, but still like, he still very much cares about this tiramisu. I just love this approach. Shave some chocolate on top, shave some lemon zest on top. And this is lemon tiramisu, also rested it in the fridge. Let's see.
Oof. I've seen this guy a lot and I kind of like his energy.
Hallelujah! It stays!
I love you, Gennaro. I will say you look like you know what you're doing. Everything's really nice, but I'm not familiar with your game yet.
Let's examine his game.
Cheers.
Cheers. I fuck with this.
I
fuck with this, but it's not tiramisu.
This is not tiramisu.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but it's good.
It's good.
If I order tiramisu and I get this, no. But if I get this, I'm happy.
I will give it an 8 out of 10.
I agree with that.
Before we get to the final and, spoiler alert, best one, I want to tell you about my Patreon, patreon.com/KWOOK. For a small monthly donation, you get access to all my recipes, and you can also suggest dishes for me to make in my series called Dish of the Week. Every week, I just make a dish suggested by my patrons, and this is just generally the best way to support me, if you can, of course. It helps me keep making these videos, and it helps me pay for my editors so they can do this kind of stuff. Green screen explosion. Wow. Patreon.com/KWOOK. Tiramisu number 5. For this last one, I asked my friend Amina to give me her recipe. The story goes like this. We were on a skiing trip together and I just developed this massive headache and Amina made this tiramisu. and it just cured me. It just brought back my will to live. But what makes this recipe special is that it actually only has 5 ingredients. We're talking coffee, ladyfingers, eggs, sugar, and
mascarpone.
but with so few ingredients, you gotta put in care, you gotta get quality ingredients, you gotta put the love in. You whip the yolks with the sugar, you gently whip in the mascarpone, and take care to do that little by little, because otherwise you're gonna screw it up like I did for the first time, and it's gonna come out as a curdled mess. But you know what? It's fine. I never give up on a tiramisu. You have to be committed and try again, and it came out nice. And then you also whip in the egg whites. You take half of the egg whites, you mix it into the yolks. Then you take the other half and you gently fold it with a spatula. Let's just take a look at it. Shh. Let's just watch the folding. Now we take a tray, a layer of cream, a layer of perfectly coffee-soaked ladyfingers, another layer of cream, ladyfingers again, another layer of cream, and finally, if you want to put in the extra love like I did, you can take the remaining cream, put it in a piping bag, and make little piping bag bubbles or whatever you want. Wow! Gentle dusting of cocoa powder, and yeah, this is a masterpiece, but not before you leave it in the fridge overnight. Don't rush it.
After this, I'm gonna tiramisu. Right. What do you think about this?
Okay, it's gorgeous.
Look at these little bubbles I made for you.
This is love. This is what love looks like.
Well, let's see if you think I did a good job, because obviously you make this a lot. Your tiramisu
because it's made with love.
saved my life. No? Oh, my face is, yeah. Oh. Cheers. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Yeah. Like you don't remember what it tastes like until you have it.
Yeah.
And then it's just, this is tiramisu.
Yeah, I agree.
It's
best one.
It's lighter than the other ones.
What would you say makes the biggest difference?
I think it's the cream. This one is so much more airy and fluffy. If you use heavy cream, it makes the filling heavier. Kind of like buttery. Oh, yeah,
maybe
it becomes
should
more
use
buttery.
light cream.
The mascarpone is really like shining. Like the flavors are dancing with each other. Oh, 10 out of 10. We have a winner. It's so good. It's so good.
Thank you guys for watching. Amina, you're always welcome back.
Anytime.
to taste anything. Patreon.com/KWOOWK is the best website in the world. Give me money because I need it.
Yeah.